Hi Sean, Lauren Pugliese with NetSuite.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Thank you for seeing me today.
Not a problem.
Do you mind if I take a seat?
Please do.
Great, thank you. I just wanted to give you my business card first before we start. If you ever need to get in contact with me, I'll always have my cell phone and I can get email on there, so either one is a great way to contact me.
Good.
I wanted to congratulate you. I saw you were just promoted to Director of Sales.
I was.
Very exciting.
It is. It's been with the company for a long time, so
Yeah.
Finally moved up in the world, as they say, and I'm glad I'm still here.
Good. How long have you been working as Director of Sales?
So Director of Sales, I've been here for about a few weeks, and I've been working for Pinnacle for about 10 years now.
Okay.
Time flies when you work here.
Yes. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So as you know, I'm here as on a recommendation from Michael. He's one of your employees, and he said he was, you guys were having a little trouble with this sugar CRM, so he thought maybe I could come in and give you some solutions.
How do you know Michael?
We actually went to college together, so we've been
Right.
friends for a long time.
Yeah, Michael's a good guy.
Yeah, he's good.
Right.
But before we got started, I just want to ask you a few questions just to make sure that my research is accurate.
Sure.
I saw that you have 50 employees, 20 of which are sales in Salesforce.
That's right. You're good. You're good.
Gotcha. And then also you're currently using Sugar CRM.
Yeah, that's correct.
And how long have you been using that?
So Sugar CRM, it's been here for about 6 years.
Okay.
For about 6 years from now, and there's just some functionality of it that we're really not happy with right now.
Okay.
So we're looking at actually you guys, so NetSuite and Salesforce.
Okay. Well, great. Well, as I said, I did do some research, so I think we can make a really great partnership. So I'm excited to see, and hopefully we can be working together in the long term.
Good.
All right. So this is kind of my plan for our meeting today. I want to ask you some questions, if that's okay with you.
Not a problem.
And then give you some solutions to the problems that you have, and if it all makes sense to you, we can discuss next steps at that time.
Okay.
Okay? So first off, I wanted to ask, what does your decision-making process look like when you're trying to bring in a new CRM system?
Well, from a sales perspective, I'm in charge of making decisions, that have to do with the sales team.
Okay.
So I would be one of the decision makers, as well as the CEO of the company. He's the one that signs off on all purchase orders.
Okay.
So it would be a mix between me and him.
Okay. And is he available today to sit in a meeting?
He's not.
Okay.
He's actually out of town this week. But I generally like to screen people first, and then if there's a potential opportunity here, then we'll schedule another meeting with myself and
Okay.
him.
All right. Great. And so with the Sugar CRM, what kind of issues are you having that you would like to be implemented or changed with a new CRM system?
Alright, so the first would probably be like reporting capabilities.
Okay.
Right now we're kind of limited to the information that we can see when the sales team and the engineers actually input that information.
Okay.
Another thing would be like automatic reminders, such as if there's a birthday that comes up or a sales meeting
Okay.
gets bumped up to a different day. We really don't have anything that's robust enough to show us all that information.
Okay.
I would probably say the third one is we're just paying a lot right now for
Okay.
Sugar CRM, and it's really not doing what we want. And then I would say the last major issue would be really customer support.
Okay.
And we're big on that. If we go with a company, we want to make sure that they're there for us as well. It's not really a
Okay.
one-time sale.
Right. In terms of the reporting capabilities, are you talking about when you look at the screen, you want to be able to create reports from NetSuite, or reporting based on each salesperson reporting their information?
So I'm a big numbers guy.
Okay.
So it's all about graphs for me.
Okay.
So I want to see how my different sales guys, such
Okay.
as Michael, and how he pairs up with, for instance, Jennifer, to see
Okay.
how they're comparing. And then we like to do each month, so the salesperson of the month,
Okay.
and a graph would make that very easy for me to see.
Okay. And are you having problems with your salespeople inputting their daily activities?
Not particularly, because it's
Okay.
something that we mandate. So everyone's
Okay.
putting in the information. It's just the current solution that we have right now. It's really not giving me, from a manager's view, like really easy to see data.
Okay. So I'm going to go back over what you just said and then you can kind of prioritize it for me.
Okay.
So the first thing, you want to be able to have a manager's report. The second thing you're interested in is having automatic reminders for birthdays, meetings, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the money in terms of what you're getting out of it.
Mm-hmm. More of a return on investment.
Okay.
Why should we go with you, and is it worth it?
Okay. And then customer support. So which of these do you think is most important in making your decision?
Well, there's lots of issues here.
Yes.
I would say number one would be manager's report, because
Okay.
I'm responsible, for what the people produce.
Right.
So I want to make sure that that's there. I think customer support is another big issue,
Okay.
because I want to make sure that if there's any issues or if there's something I can't see.
Okay.
Return on investment, to make sure that if we're going to spend the money on a CRM, that it's worth our while and we will utilize it.
Okay.
And the last one is auto reminders, and I hope that's just a simple feature that you
Okay.
guys have, and
Great. Are there any other issues that you're thinking about with purchasing a CRM?
No, I think these are the main 4 points,
Okay.
and then if we can solve these issues, then there's a potential for business.
Okay, great. Well, we'll start off with the manager's report. We do have, as the director of sales, you would have your own screen that when you logged on to NetSuite, it would be kind of like your hub to seeing everything about your salespeople. So when you logged on, for example, like one thing you could click on would be to see a graph, whether it be monthly, weekly, daily. You could list the salespeople that you want to look at and then list their activities.
Mm-hmm.
It could be connections, it could be sales, whatever you're interested in, you can run a report on that.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
that would be an option for you. You can also have up there several different graphs or several logs of, top salespeople per month, per week, top salespeople in terms of connections. So it's very customizable. So whatever you're interested in looking for, we can set that up for you.
Alright, and I know something that we're big on is kind of like trending, so seeing people's performance.
Forecasting.
Yeah, exactly. Over maybe like a year period. Are you able to customize the graphs and do that as well?
Yes, we're able to do forecasting and customization. If you do decide to go to NetSuite, when we set up your profile, that's something that we can set up for you.
Okay, great.
Does that solve your question about the manager's report?
Yeah, I think so. I guess the last question I have is, besides graphs,
Okay.
I know the CEO also likes to see numbers.
Right.
Can you easily jump between graphs and numbers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally the way that we set it up is on the big dashboard. You can have a listing of salespeople and numbers, whether it be money or connections, and then you can run a graph off of that material.
Okay, yep, and that solves that issue.
So that is gone. Then we have customer support. We do 2 types of customer support. One, when you set up, we'll come into your office and spend a day training your whole team, both salespeople and then your other employees, on how to properly use NetSuite. So if they have any questions, they can spend that time bringing their contacts over or just kind of getting used to the system. And then from there, we have 24-hour customer support online with webinars, frequently asked questions. So if there's something that they're not sure how to do, they can look up a webinar on it and watch that for free.
Okay. Now with customer support, is that, I have 2 questions with that. So the first off, is 1 day of training, is that enough for all of the employees?
I personally have found that when we go out to companies, the 1 day of training really gets them set up to be able to fully use NetSuite for all it's worth. We go over all the features, all the functions, and have exercises for them to test it out so they're familiar, not just kind of a book overview of it. And then from there, there might be some people that have further questions about it, so that's why we have the webinars, or if they want to refresh about if they forgot how to do something, they can do that as well.
Okay. And then my second question, the customer support, is that an additional charge, or how does that work?
No. Our customer, that first time we come out, that's free to you with your purchase of NetSuite, and then the 24-hour online is also free. Once you log into your account, you can see it right there. And then if they have any questions, we're also available over phone. That's also free.
Okay.
Does that solve your concern about customer support?
Yeah, I think that definitely does. Yeah.
Okay. In terms of return on investment, I do have some information on some other companies that we've worked with that have switched from a similar to Sugar CRM to NetSuite, and how they've been able to increase their return on investment from it, just with, not forgetting meetings, not forgetting birthdays, just kind of being able to build more customer service. So you're welcome to hold on to that and read that. Do you find that a lot of your employees or salespeople will miss a sales call because of Sugar CRM?
Not necessarily that. It's more along the lines of the functionality that we're looking at isn't really there. We're paying for something that we're not really using to its full potential. So just a big concern company-wide is that whatever solution we want to go for, we want to make sure that we're all fully trained, we're able to use it, and then it's worth our money.
Right.
So it's kind of, multiple reasons under ROI.
Okay. So, this should definitely help you out with that as well. Next time I come in, I can bring some more graphs on specific companies and how their financials have changed over the past, year or two since implementing NetSuite.
Okay.
Does that work with you?
Yeah, that works for me. Price-wise, what is something like this cost, and then is it a monthly subscription or is it like an annually?
We can do monthly or annually. We try to set you up with a subscription, but if you prefer to pay per month, we can set it up like that, or you can pay for 6 months, per year. It's really up to how your company likes to pay for things.
Okay, great.
And then the last thing is auto reminder, and that's definitely a feature that we do offer. We think that it's very important to have something like this implemented. We have the option to do auto reminder on your email. So every day that your salesperson has a meeting, a sales call, a phone call to make, a customer's birthday, that'll all be emailed to them at the end of the previous day. So they'll see the day before everything they have to do the next day. And then also when they log into NetSuite, on their dashboard, there will be a section of reminders of things to do, and they can prioritize the day through there.
Great. Okay. And I know this is kind of a little more sophisticated. Can you get like text message reminders?
Actually, we do offer the ability to use NetSuite on a mobile phone. We work with the iPhone, the BlackBerry, and then we're also currently expanding to be able to work with the Android phones.
Okay.
So what kind of phones do your salespeople use?
We actually use BlackBerries and iPhones, so there's not an issue there.
Great. So with that, if they're ever on a sales call, they can go ahead afterwards and fill out all their information, and then on there they'll also be able to see their reminder list, and since they have BlackBerry, I assume they get email on their phones as well, so they can set up that, and then they'll get that all right on their phone.
Great.
Are there any other questions you had about auto reminders?
No, I think that that's definitely some different features that we're looking for and that what we currently don't have.
Okay, great. Are there any other questions that you have about NetSuite that would be holding you back from looking further into it?
No, I definitely think there's a possibility here. You definitely cleared up some of the, fog per se that we were looking at. And just to kind of bring you in, so I'd love to schedule another meeting.
Okay.
We are meeting, like I said, with Salesforce as well, and kind of see what they do differently.
Okay.
And then I could kind of bring you those features on our next meeting, and then we can make our ultimate decision then.
That would be great. Do you have an availability? When would you and your CEO be available?
So I know he's getting in the end of this week.
Okay.
I have his schedule here, so probably something early next week.
Okay. Monday, maybe like 1 o'clock.
Do you have availability at 2 o'clock?
2? We can do 2. Yeah, let's do 2 o'clock.
Okay, great.
And then I'll bring more information on the return investment for you. Is there anything else that you'd like me to bring to be able to show to him?
No, I think that will suffice. I know he's, like I said, a big numbers guy, so he just wants to see more return on investment. So another letter like this would probably be good. And if there's any additional information you think that would be worth our time, we'd definitely like to see that on Monday.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for meeting with me again, and then I'll see you 2 p.m. on Monday. If you have any questions before then, you have my card to be able to talk to.
Great. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. You're good.